when this originally happened, Andrew, you said it made a lot of sense for the team. It made a lot of sense that Mac Jones would be going to the Patriots, very similar type of quarterback to Tom Brady, and you and I also agreed that that might be the best place for him to be successful long term. So why don't we just elaborate a little bit on that? Why do you think Mac Jones to the Patriots might actually work?
So clearly the system works for more of a pocket passer. The Patriots always do everything differently. Don't forget, when everyone zigs, the Patriots zag. So the entire league is going more towards the mobile quarterback, the quarterback that can scramble and throw it 80 yards. The Patriots are like, nah, you know what? You're going to do that. We're just going to go and get a pocket passer, game manager who's, he'll just throw the slant, and it's kind of like old school football. It's something the Patriots would do. And I mean, they had how many Super Bowls with the pocket passer? Like how many Super Bowls? They're always going to have defense because Belichick's a defensive guy. So, I mean, it made sense. It made sense. He is their kind of guy. They're going to make him and Cam battle it out. I think Cam might be the opening day starter, but midway through the season, I think Mac Jones is probably going to take over, and they're just, hand the franchise over to him if they don't make a move and bring in a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that would be like that would be like I think an outlier scenario, but I so here's the thing. You and I had similar feelings about Mac Jones. Him being an Alabama quarterback, him being, him surrounded with all these weapons, the footwork, the fact that he would lock on to receivers was a concern for us. And I here's the thing. I think that a lot of those things can be fixed by good coaching. And there is no better coach in the NFL to go to fix those petty problems than Bill Belichick. I think he's going to be able to get Mac Jones on the right track. He's going to be able to get Mac Jones ready to go and, maybe be a starter. But here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be next season. I don't think Mac Jones is going to be ready. And I think if he does go out there, he's going to kind of be thrown to the wolves, and it's not going to be good for his career long term. I think for the Patriots, it'd be better to just kind of stick it out with Cam, because you also have to consider Cam Newton before he got COVID and before, he started missing games. He wasn't doing terrible. Like that offense was clicking a little bit, and then they hit that rough patch in the middle of the season where the offense wasn't clicking as well, but towards the end they got better. So I think that I don't want to count out Cam completely, right? As oh, he's gonna falter, and then they're gonna end up just going over to Mac Jones, because I think the best case scenario is if you're Patriots, Cam plays well and Mac Jones kind of works on those fundamentals that he has some problems with, and because again, dude, you cannot like the big thing I got from Mac Jones that scared me was locking onto receivers too quickly. You can't do that. You have to go through your progressions. And when you don't have practice doing that, especially at the NFL, the speed of the game is so different. I don't care if you're playing Alabama or in the SEC. The speed of the game is so different. You're playing against professionals. So once you get there, you have to be able to quickly look at the defense, quickly read the routes that your receivers are running, and decipher all of that. And when you don't have a lot of practice time doing that, when you don't have a lot of in-game time doing that, and when you lock on to receivers as much as Mac Jones did at Alabama, I think you need as much time as you can take. Like, I would take as much time as possible if I was Mac Jones to sit behind Cam Newton and just get better at those fundamentals. And then I think he can be a good quarterback because he's got a nice arm. The dude, he's accurate. He's accurate. He can throw an accurate ball, but it's just those fundamentals he has to get down, and no one's going to coach that into him, I think, more than Bill Belichick. The other thing I wanted to talk about Mac Jones, Andrew, was so do you think he'll end up working out long term? Because this is like we just talked about how the best case scenario he'll work out right, but given the AFC East and how good it's gotten, the defenses that are now building up with Brian Flores down in Miami, the Bills defense is no slouch. The Jets are still the Jets, but you know what I mean. But that's a tough division. It's not your daddy's AFC East anymore. It's not the Patriots AFC East. They're second, third in that division now. Do you think Mac Jones is going to be successful at the end of the day, in that position on the New England Patriots?
I think he will, just because they're not gonna ask him to do too much. They're going to ask him to do what he's supposed to do, which is just be a game manager. They're going to run the ball. You know, they like to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to throw their little slants to the slot receivers. That's all he has to do. They're not asking him to be Lamar Jackson. They're not going to ask him to throw 70-yard bombs like Mahomes or Josh Allen. They're not going to have him do that. They're going to have him just stand in the pocket, find the open receiver, or hand it off to the running back like Sonny Michel. That's what they're going to do. That's what they need. They need a guy like that.
Do you think Mac Jones? So let's say Mac Jones is the Week 1 starter. Do they make the playoffs?
I think they could sneak in maybe as a wild card team. I think this is Buffalo's division. With the defense they got in Buffalo, and Josh Allen's a stud. We saw how good Josh Allen could be with Stephon Diggs. I don't think they win the division. I think they get in as maybe the second wild card spot. But that's where I see them. I don't see them like the dominance that they had the last couple of years. Like that's over with. Like it's the Bills division now. Miami, we're gonna see with Tua. Like we're gonna see now. Tua's going on to what, year 2? This is year 2 of Tua. So, and they've made it abundantly clear like Tua's the guy. So we're gonna see what happens in Miami. They got a good defense. The Jets could win a few games. So, but I think
I mean,
they might win.
They could win. They could win like 4 or 5.
They could win 4. I mean, listen, Cincinnati went from what, 1 win to like 4 wins. So
hey, they were look. Cincinnati was competitive. Like before Joe, even when Joe Burrow like got injured, they were still a competitive team.
So I think the Patriots could sneak in as a wild card spot. Absolutely, I do.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.